Salute. Boxing Nocturnal Thoughts, man. What's happening, man? Real quick video, then I'm getting out the way. First of all, let me say this. This is absolutely no disrespect to the living legend, legendary Roy Jones Jr. We grew up looking up to Roy Jones Jr. You know what I'm saying? We grew up looking up to Mike Tyson, but I'm 42 years old. We grew up looking up to the Roy Jones Jr. era. It was different. You know what I'm saying? Roy Jones was more flashy, dancing, tuxedos, playing basketball, going through competition, you know what I'm saying, with a great, just, different level of athleticism to a degree where nobody looked like competition. We grew up looking at Roy Jones Jr. Like, we didn't grow up looking at Mayweather. We grew up with Mayweather. Mayweather is only like 1 or 2 years older than me. So we wasn't growing up looking up to Mayweather. We grew up looking up to Muhammad Ali's and looking up to Mike Tyson's and looking up to Joe Frazier's and George Foreman's. But we grew up, my generation looked at Roy Jones Jr. He was on a different level. So this is no disrespect. What I'm saying is, he was on a Porterway podcast, and they went back and talked about the Errol Spence, and people did accuse him of hating on Errol Spence when he said Errol Spence ain't fought no dogs. You know what I'm saying? And I disagreed with people hating on Roy Jones Jr. I understood what he was saying. He was saying that, he hadn't fought somebody that was going to really test his mettle, because Kell Brook was his toughest opponent. But Kell Brook was coming off of an injury when he went up to fight Triple G. So he hadn't fought no Dawg yet until he fought that one right there. Talking about when he was going to fight Sean Porter. Because like a Sean Porter and a Vander Holyfield, it ain't no backing down. It's a dog fight. It's a war, right? That's what he's saying. And I agree with that. But at the same time, first of all, majority of the topic they talking about Triple G versus Canelo. So Triple G, even at 40 years old, is still a threat to what some people still consider pound for pound face of boxing Canelo, Saul, who they still want to see fight the Mexican monster David Benavidez. But I'm saying this, Triple G was the same guy that Kell Brook went up in weight to fight, to find that competition. Just like Roy Jones had to go up in weight to find that competition and fight John Ruiz. Now, when Canelo went up to fight Bivol, it didn't work out for him. When Roy Jones went up to fight Ruiz, he had a great fight, but he came back down and then declined ever since that point. But my point is, Triple G was on par with Canelo for 3 fights. 1 fight, 2 fights, 3rd fight, no, not so much. But Kell Brook went up to fight that dude. And Kell Brook had already, I'm a little older too, 42. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below. Kell Brook had already beat Sean Porter. So to say Errol Spence ain't fought no dog until he fighted Sean Porter, but he beat Kell Brook in Kell Brook backyard. I'm still trying to understand where Roy Jones is articulating these dogs that Terrence Bud Crawford has fought. Because I'm not saying like other people say Terrence Bud Crawford ain't fought nobody. He fought tomato cans and bums and, people past their prime. I'm not saying that. I'm saying his welterweight resume is a little, it's just suspicious with Top Ranks matchmaking. But I'm saying his whole career, I ain't saying he fought some tough dudes. But I'm looking at the par of Kell Brook fighting Errol Spence, even though he's coming off of a loss and the eye socket being broke against Triple G. But he's fighting Errol Spence. He's showing how much guts he has fighting Triple G, how much heart he had. He was giving Triple G a good, decent fight until he got his eye injured. Then he fought Errol Spence in his backyard, still being a champion, still having a hometown crowd advantage. So he has guts. I'm not saying he's this big dog. But in comparison to the guys Terrence Bud Crawford fought, who was the big dogs that Terrence Bud Crawford fought? He fought, when I look at Julius Ndongo, I say it's a tough dude. Ricky Burns, tough dude. He had fought another fight where he fought through a broken jaw. Tough dude, but big dog. Hank Lundy, was that the big dog? Yuriokis Gamboa, was that the big dog? I know he had a big reputation. He had a Mike Tyson-esque type of person, like, you know, ambiance to him, like he was this little bitty miniature Mike Tyson, supposedly. But even when I watched Gamboa before he fought Terrence Bud Crawford, you know, he was getting knocked down a lot in a lot of fights. Who was the big dog? Was it Victor Postal? Victor Postal, like John Ruiz is like the heavyweight version of Victor Postal to some degree in my extent. Victor Postal, yeah, he had the boogeyman kind of a status, but I wasn't seeing him. I'm not seeing Victor Postal as no big dog, and his style don't look so vicious. When he was even fighting Terrence Bud Crawford, he got that European type of style. He predictable. You know what I'm saying? You can kind of see his punches coming. Who was the big dog that Terrence Bud Crawford had fought in comparison to like Kell Brook? Just let me know this. I'm trying to figure it out. Yeah, Roy Jones Jr. has forgotten more about boxing than I will ever know. But I'm just saying, when you look at Terrence Bud Crawford, yeah, he was undisputed at 140. Yeah, he fought Ricky Burns and Julius Ndongos and Hammer and Hank Lundys and Gamboas and Jeff Horns, Amir Khan, Igitas Kavalauskas. He fought Kell Brook after Errol Spence. He fought Sean Porter after Errol Spence. Who was the big dog that Terrence Bud Crawford fought that's just so superior to what Kell Brook was when Kell Brook fought Errol Spence? Not to mention, when Sean Porter finally did fight Errol Spence, Sean Porter did not win that fight. Sean Porter got outdogged and he got dropped. And he admitted finally that Errol Spence has more thump on his punches than Terrence Bud Crawford does. So y'all let me know in the comments below, who is it that made Terrence Bud Crawford look across the ring and say, I'm in the ring with somebody that's just as big and strong and skilled and can match me dog for dog and ready for war and ready to die in this ring with me. And I'm going to face that person and go through the fire and come out victorious. Who was that person that he did that? Was it Ricky Burns? Was it Julius Ndongo? Was it Hammer, Hank Lundy? Was it Gamboa? Who was it? Y'all let me know in the comments below so I can know. Salute.